Hi, my name is Manda McKay. I'm a professional artist, and I'm going to be giving you some creativity tips to help you, whether you're an artist, an aspiring artist, or you just want to get better at a creative hobby. I'm going to give you just one tip per video and try to keep it where it's fairly short, under 10 minutes apiece. So today's tip is going to be about setting an intention with a twist. And most of you have probably heard about the concept of setting an intention, where basically you just make some kind of a declaration, whether out loud or to yourself, about something that you're wanting to happen or manifest. So I'm going to add a twist on top of that that will help you with creativity. So the way I figured out how to do this was years ago. I decided to take an acting class. It was something really out of my comfort zone, but it sounded interesting, so I signed up for it. I didn't know anybody in the class, and it turned out to be completely different from what I was expecting. My understanding of acting classes was that they would give you would have some kind of a monologue or maybe a scene and a scene partner, and you would memorize this in your own time, and then you come and you practice in front of the class. You put up your scene or your monologue, whatever. So this class was totally different. There was about 10 minutes of instruction, and then the teacher said, okay, now everybody's going to write a scene, rehearse it, and put it up in front of the class right here, right now. And he paired us up, so he put me with, again, a total stranger, and he gave us um, a few instructions for what we were supposed to write. And like I said, we actually have to write this, and we have to write it within maybe an hour, and then memorize it, and then rehearse it. So anyway, it was something like a conflict between family members, and then there was like a line that we had to put in somewhere. I think in this case the line was, "There's a full moon tonight." So we had to write and rehearse a scene about family members that had some kind of a conflict, and it had to have a line about "there's a full moon tonight," whatever. So I'm paired up with this other woman, and first off we decide, okay, we're going to be mother and daughter. So that's the family relationship. But what is the conflict? What is the scene going to be about? And we weren't having any luck at all. So basically, at one point I decided I needed to go get a drink of water. And I said, okay, I'm going to go get a drink of water. It was in a different part of the building and a little bit of a walk from where we were. I'm going to get a drink of water. And by the time I come back, I'm going to know what the scene is going to be about. Now, really, I was joking, first of all, and it was obvious that I was joking. But secretly, I was hoping that my scene partner was going to figure this all out by the time that I came back. But lo and behold, I went there, I took a sip of water, and suddenly I realized what the conflict of the scene was going to be. And then I came back, and sure enough, my scene partner had not come up with anything. So she was very happy that I had actually figured out what the scene was going to be about. And then we wrote it, and then putting in the line about the moon was easy enough. I mean, you can just that's just force it in wherever. So the next few classes I would make this joke like, okay, I'm gonna go get a drink of water, and by the time I come back I'm going to, whatever it was that we were struggling with, whether it was the concept of the scene or some other aspect. And after a few times I realized this was working consistently. And so I wasn't joking anymore. I confidently would say, okay, let me just go get a drink of water and I'll have this problem figured out. So that's what I'm talking about. The twist for setting the intention was that I added in the task of going to get water. So that's basically what you would do. You set an intention when you're having trouble coming up with whatever it is that you're trying to come up with creatively. You set an intention, and then you do something where you step away. And so you basically leave the area, but it has to be something, a rather mindless task. So it could be, I'm just going to go get a snack. Sometimes you know, people are like, okay, let me go take a shower and I'll figure this all out. Or, you know, in my case, going to get a drink of water. Just you would leave the room, you do something mindless, you don't start scrolling through your feed or anything like that. That's going to defeat the purpose. So some kind of a mindless task. And then the other trick is that you, it just has to be some, like basically one idea. It wouldn't work if I said, okay, I'm gonna have this entire scene written by the time I get back from the water fountain. It had to be just one concept, like what is the conflict in this scene about? So that's all you have to do. Just have one simple thing. Maybe, you know, if you're painting, what colors would be best to use in this painting? You're having trouble figuring out, so you just say like, okay, I'm just gonna go walk outside for a minute, and when I come back in, I'm going to know what colors to use. And it'll work. I mean, try it a few times, and it's a really easy way if you're stuck to just come up with the solution. So again, one concept, set that intention, whether out loud or just to yourself, and you can even do it as a joke at first and see if it works, and then go do some mindless brief task that takes you away from wherever you were working, and then when you come back, hopefully you will have your idea. So give it a try. And again, my name is Manda McKay. If you found this tip helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll be making more videos in the very near future. Thanks again.